Hey guys, Brandon Gomez here, back again with another video, and welcome to rating every 2021 NASCAR Throwback Part 3, the Cup Series. Starting off, we have Quin House Throwback to the late, great John Andretti. Really good throwback. I like the dogs on the quarter panel. Really great throwback. 7 out of 10. This is Austin Dillon's throwback to Fireball Roberts. I love how Bass Pro Shops changed their logo to the old logo. And I like how they changed the number font to the 3, although it is a little bit skinny, but great throwback nonetheless. 7 out of 10. This is Kevin Harvick's throwback to his first ever start in the Cup Series when he replaced the late great Dale Sr. in 2001. Now, I may be biased, but it's a great throwback, and I give it a 10 out of 10. Up next, we have Kyle Larson's throwback to his first ever go-kart. The HendrickCars.com in bubble letters is it's kind of cute, honestly, and the scheme is great, and yeah, 6 out of 10. Up next is Ryan Newman's 1976 SCCA National Championship scheme, where Kohler Generators was the sponsor. It's a decent scheme. I give it a 6 out of 10. Ooh, this is a goodie. This is Corey LaJoie's throwback to the late great Alan Kulwicki. They got the number font right, they got the sponsor right, they got the scheme right. Everything about this car is accurate, even down to the contingency sponsors. 10 out of 10. This is Tyler Reddick's throwback to Marty Robbins. I like how they changed the number font, and this is a pretty colorful car. I like it. 6 out of 10. Here's Chase Elliott's throwback to Alan Kulwicki. This won't be the last Alan Kulwicki scheme we see, because there's one more. This is a throwback to Alan Kulwicki's championship-winning Hooters car. I like how they changed the number font. The scheme is accurate. The sponsor is accurate. Great throwback. 10 out of 10. Another good one. This is Eric Almirola's throwback to Mark Martin's 2000 win at Busch Series win at Texas. Excuse me for the bad pun, but this is a fire throwback. 10 out of 10. Up next is Denny Hamlin's throwback to Slick Johnson. Now, I'm kind of bummed that the lefty car didn't win, but this is still a decent throwback. I like how the Sport Clips logo is slanted, just like on the original scheme, but they could have changed the number font to match the 18 font, but still, pretty decent throwback. 6 out of 10. This is Ryan Blaney's throwback to his first ever late model. The scheme is pretty good, I'm gonna be honest. Good throwback. 7 out of 10. This is Chase Briscoe's throwback to AJ Foyt. Now, they went all out on this. They even have a throwback helmet. And on the scheme, I think Gilmore is like a chewing tobacco or something, and it had a canister on the quarter panel. On the throwback, they have like a canister that says smoke on it with the smoke logo on the quarter panel. They went all out with this. 10 out of 10. Up next is James Davison's throwback to Dick Johnson, who is an Aussie driver, and James Davison is also an Aussie driver. So an Aussie throwing it back to an Aussie. And, yeah. 5 out of 10. This is Kyle Busch's M&M's Celebrating 80 Years throwback. I don't like company throwbacks. This gets a 0 out of 10 because of the lack of thinking, the lack of ideas. Up next is Martin Truex Jr.'s throwback, if you want to call it that, to Furniture Row Racing. They literally just changed the base paint, and that's it. 0 out of 10. Up next is Joey Logano's throwback to Mario Andretti. Now, honestly, when you try to convert an open wheel paint scheme onto a cup car, it just doesn't feel right. But nonetheless, it's a good throwback, it's a good scheme, 6 out of 10. Here's Bubba Wallace's throwback to Wendell Scott, who is a NASCAR Hall of Famer. And the only gripe I have about this paint scheme is the number font. They could have changed it to match Wendell Scott's number font. But nonetheless, it's a good throwback and it's a good way to honor the legacy of Wendell Scott. 5 out of 10. Here's William Byron's throwback to Neil Bonnet. The number font is accurate, the scheme is accurate, the sponsor is accurate. I've been saying that a lot in this video, but whatever. 6 out of 10. Up next, we have Michael McDowell's throwback to Bill Elliott. I love how they changed the number font to match the 9 font that Bill Elliott drove. And I love how Freight Auctions was willing to change their logo to match the cursive of the Coors logo. I love it when companies do that. 10 out of 10. Next is Ryan Preece's throwback to Trent Owens. I like the creativity from Velveeta with the cheese to represent the flames on the original scheme. I really like that touch. 6 out of 10. Here's Anthony Alfredo's Alan Kulwicki throwback. Again, I love how companies are willing to change their logos, and I love it when they're willing to change the number font. Paint scheme is accurate, number font's accurate. 6 out of 10. This isn't really a throwback, but it's a Darlington scheme nonetheless. This is Cole Custer's Happy Mother's Day car for Margaret Haas. Since Gene Haas made Margaret Haas the owner of the 41, Cole Custer is driving this Mother's Day scheme. I love how the Happy Mother's Day is in the Haas font. And there's just a lot of flowers on this car. And I feel like there's too many flowers on the car. But it's a good way to tell your mom Happy Mother's Day. 6 out of 10. Next is Ross Chastain's Jimmy Spencer throwback. This is a really obscure McDonald's scheme to throw back to. But I like how they changed the 42 font to match the 27 font. But what would have made this scheme better is if they went to the old McDonald's logo. Like, the one on the hood on the original scheme, but they still kept the modern logo on the throwback. That's the only gripe I have about this paint scheme. But still a good throwback. 5 out of 10. Here's Eric Jones's throwback to John Andretti's Martinsville win in 1999. The petty blue and orange just go really well together, and it's a great way to honor the legacy of John Andretti. 8 out of 10. Ooh. Yeah, this one's a miss. This is Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s Ricky Craven throwback, if you can even call it a throwback. 0 out of 10 for the laziness of this paint scheme design. Up next is Alex Bowman's throwback to Greg Ives. I'm gonna be real with you, this paint scheme is not visually appealing. 3 out of 10. Up next is Cody Ware's throwback to Darrell Waltrip. The number font reminds me of Days of Thunder a little bit. And this paint scheme isn't accurate, because it's mostly red around the bottom sides, while it's yellow, green, and blue on the throwback. So, I'm gonna have to dock some points for inaccuracy. 4 out of 10. Next is Josh Bilicki's Lenny Pond throwback. And let me tell you, the Insurance King, I love how they changed their logo to the old Burger King logo. And it says King, Insurance King, Burger King, and on the quarter panel it says Best Darn Burgers on the original scheme, and on the throwback it says Best Darn Rates. That's creativity right there. They even have Lenny Pond's name on the door, just for extra accuracy. 10 out of 10. Next is Justin Haley's throwback to Robert Presley. The scheme is accurate, the number font is accurate, and this throwback also doubles as a Happy Mother's Day car. So, they get extra points for combining a throwback with Mother's Day. 6 out of 10. Here is BJ McLeod's throwback to Joe Weatherly. I love it when they are willing to change the number font to match the original number font. And the scheme is accurate. 6 out of 10. And for our last throwback, we have Daniel Suarez's Camping World throwback. It's a company throwback, but I'll let it slide because the scheme is good. 6 out of 10. And with that, we have rated every single 2021 NASCAR throwback. What do you think of all these throwbacks? Let me know in the comment section below. If you want to see more of me, be sure to follow all my socials, like my Twitter, my Instagram, and join my Discord server. Links to all those will be in the description down below. Leave a like on the video, and subscribe to my channel for more NASCAR content. Thank you all so much for watching. That's it from me. Peace.